The year 2025 began with a series of devastating wildfires that ravaged California, leaving a trail of destruction and despair in their wake. On January 24th, President Donald Trump arrived in Los Angeles to survey the damage firsthand, his visit casting a stark light on the political fault lines that often emerge in the aftermath of such disasters. Accompanied by First Lady Melania Trump, the president's arrival at LAX was met with a mix of anticipation and apprehension, a harbinger of the contentious debate that would soon unfold. The president's visit came amidst a growing dispute with California Governor Gavin Newsom, further fueling the political firestorm that had erupted alongside the wildfires. As the president's motorcade made its way through the city, the scars of the recent infernos were impossible to ignore: charred hillsides, skeletal remains of homes, and the lingering scent of smoke serving as grim reminders of the devastation wrought by nature's fury. Among the many wildfires that plagued California in early 2025, the Palisades fire stood out for its ferocity and the sheer scale of destruction it left behind. The fire, which ignited in the rugged canyons of the Santa Monica Mountains, tore through the exclusive enclaves of the Pacific Palisades, reducing multi-million-dollar homes to smoldering ruins and leaving residents grappling with the loss of their livelihoods and cherished memories. Driven by strong Santa Ana winds, the Palisades fire spread with astonishing speed, overwhelming firefighters' best efforts to contain the blaze. The fire's insatiable appetite consumed thousands of acres of pristine wilderness, leaving behind a desolate landscape scarred by the inferno. The Eaton Fire, another significant blaze that raged in Northern California, added to the state's woes, stretching firefighting resources thin and underscoring the growing threat posed by wildfires in the face of climate change. President Trump's visit to California, while intended to demonstrate solidarity with those affected by the wildfires, quickly became embroiled in a political maelstrom. Even before setting foot on Californian soil, President Trump had ignited controversy with his pronouncements on the cause of the fires and his threats to withhold federal aid. The president, known for his skepticism of climate change, attributed the severity of the wildfires to California's alleged mismanagement of its forests, a claim vehemently disputed by Governor Newsom and fire experts. Trump's stance on climate change, often at odds with scientific consensus, further inflamed tensions with the state's Democratic leadership and set the stage for a bitter showdown over federal assistance. Section 4. Newsom's rebuttal, a clash of ideologies. Governor Newsom, for his part, met the president's accusations with a forceful rebuttal, defending California's environmental record and accusing the Trump administration of playing politics with disaster relief. Newsom pointed out that the federal government, not the state, manages the vast majority of California's forest land, effectively shifting responsibility for forest management back onto the Trump administration. The clash between Trump and Newsom over the wildfires exposed a deeper ideological divide, with the president's focus on voter ID laws and water management reforms seen by many as a thinly veiled attempt to advance his political agenda under the guise of disaster relief. Newsom, a vocal critic of the Trump administration, accused the president of exploiting the tragedy for political gain, further escalating the war of words between the two leaders. Section 5. The politics of disaster relief. The political storm surrounding President Trump's visit to California highlighted the often fraught relationship between federal and state governments in the aftermath of natural disasters. Trump's threat to withhold federal aid unless California implemented stricter voter ID laws and overhauled its water management policies injected a partisan element into what should have been a nonpartisan issue, drawing condemnation from Democrats and raising concerns about the politicization of disaster relief. Critics argued that Trump's demands were not only insensitive but also counterproductive, potentially delaying much-needed aid to those who had lost everything in the fires. The president's stance on voter ID laws, a long-standing point of contention between Democrats and Republicans, further fueled accusations that he was using the wildfires as leverage to advance his party's political agenda. Section 6. A nation divided, the fallout. The political fallout from President Trump's visit to California reverberated across the nation, further deepening the partisan divide and raising questions about the future of federal disaster relief. The president's willingness to use federal aid as a bargaining chip in a political dispute alarmed many, who feared it could set a dangerous precedent for future disasters. The wildfires and the ensuing political battle served as a stark reminder of the challenges facing a nation grappling with climate change, political polarization, and a growing sense of distrust in its institutions. As the smoke cleared from the California wildfires, the political embers continued to smolder, leaving a bitter aftertaste and a sense of uncertainty about the future. Section 7. The Long Road to Recovery. A Glimmer of Hope. Despite the political turmoil and the devastation left behind by the wildfires, a spirit of resilience and hope flickered amidst the ruins. Communities came together to support those who had lost their homes and livelihoods, offering shelter, food, and words of comfort in the face of unimaginable loss. The long road to recovery had just begun, but the outpouring of support from across the state and the nation offered a glimmer of hope in the darkness. As Californians began the arduous task of rebuilding their lives, the political battles that had raged alongside the wildfires served as a stark reminder of the need for unity, compassion, and a shared commitment to addressing the challenges facing the nation.